the small stuff that you don't get a lot of practice on, and be ready for the opportunity, man. But it's not the easiest turnaround having to play 4 days later in another city, but it's going to be a fun one, man. I'm excited, man. Thursday, Thanksgiving, Turkey Bowl game, man. I've been sitting at home watching these games my entire life, and now I get a chance to go out there and play for some turkey after it, and against a great team, man. What a great challenge.
Are you going to be able to see into the Post Malone halftime show? Post Malone's doing a Thanksgiving halftime show. Nice, man. Shout out to Post. I don't know why I'm asking you. You're not going to see a fucking second of it, but
I might see like the tail end of it from like the tunnel as we're getting ready to go back out there. But for the most part, I'll be trying to figure out how to attack them on the second half.
It was My Cause, My Cleats this week. Do you want to give a shout out to Operation Breakthrough?
Yeah, shout out to Jeremiah, everyone over at Operation Breakthrough in the Ignition Lab for putting these things together. I saw they used a little bit of the 3D printing and for some of the tags on the laces, and they were using
nice.
They were using paint on the actual creation of the cleat. Giving a big shout out to the Ignition Lab and what it means to them and everything. And on top of that, they gave me a book bag that the cleats came in. Yeah. And everybody at the Ignition Lab signed it, and it's pretty cool, man. I'm going to have to put that up here and showcase it. Obviously, they're still up at the facility, or I'd show you guys, but I'm an idiot. But thank you guys for showing some love for My Cause, My Cleats. And I was going to wear them throughout the game, but they were so cool, and the paint started chipping a little early in warm-up, so I switched them up before the actual game. Operation
Breakthrough is one of the most special things Kansas City has. I think it's awesome what they do, everything over there for not just the kids, but the community. And to highlight it is a great job, Trav. Well done. And well done to everyone who made those cleats. And
so cool.
Very cool. Thank you to our presenting sponsor, Adobe Acrobat Studio.
When playing in a high-pressure game, no matter the score, the most important thing is time.
Like when the clock resets and suddenly you have a few extra seconds to strategize your next play that can lead to the big win.
Ooh. Adobe knows that extra time can be a game changer, which is why they created an all-new Adobe Acrobat Studio.
Acrobat Studio is like your trusted playbook, equipped with AI-powered tools that help you turn bonus moments into game-changing opportunities.
From collaborating seamlessly to creating standout content, Acrobat Studio helps make every moment count in your workday.
Transform your documents with PDF spaces where AI-powered insights meet seamlessly with collaboration.
Get instant answers, create content, and share work effortlessly, all while keeping track of every source.
Learn more at adobe.com/do that with Acrobat.
Thank you to our partner, Gillette.
It's no secret we love Thanksgiving. Good food, family, football, and it's officially the start of the Christmas season.
So it's not officially Christmas season until after Thanksgiving?
Christmas before Thanksgiving? Are you crazy? Everyone knows Black Friday is officially the day to get the tree up, put some lights up on the house, and start your Christmas shopping.
Zero chance Jason Kelce starts his shopping this early, though, but 92%ers.
Zero.
If you're going to start shopping early, we've got the perfect stocking stuffer for you.
It's Gillette Labs. That's right, the official NFL licensed razor, and it looks incredible. An Eagles midnight green.
Don't forget that Chiefs red, baby.
Ooh.
All right now.
Yeah. Still kind of into the green, but the red doesn't look bad. That's right. No matter the team you choose, Gillette Labs' official NFL licensed razors are the best a fan can get, especially in Eagles green.
Grab one for your favorite NFL fan, especially if they're a Chiefs fan or Eagles fan, on Amazon while supplies still last.
Visit Amazon.com/Gillette NFL for more information.
The best a fan can get. Thank you to our partner, Xfinity.
With Xfinity, you can get the most intelligent Wi-Fi throughout the home at the same price for 5 whole years.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Imagine a home where your Wi-Fi just works. How about that in every room?
How about that? Whether you're catching your favorite game in Xfinity Enhanced 4K or podcasting from the basement, you'll get the best connection even when the whole family is online.
Xfinity Wi-Fi connects everything in the home and fixes problems before you even notice them. That's right. Security cameras, thermostats, everything works together like a well-oiled machine.
That's what you get with Xfinity, the most reliable Wi-Fi powered by fiber.
Ooh, and here's the kicker. With Xfinity, you get everything you need included with no contracts or commitments. That's data, equipment, and the most reliable Wi-Fi included for 5 years.
Ready to experience the smartest, most intelligent Wi-Fi on Earth? Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that.
Let's move on to some Eagles Cowboys action, man. This is a tough one for the Birds, up 21 and lost 21-24 to the Cowboys down there in Jerry's World.
Not a fun one to watch, I can tell you that.
Jason, what the fuck happened?
Well, got out to a good start, 21-0, and then allowed a team to come back for the first time in, I think, like 90 games. I think the Eagles were 90-0 and 21-point leaded games. Leaded. Really frustrating game. You know, and listen, Dallas was playing well all game long. I know we came out and it looked really good, 21-0, but they had opportunities in the first half. We get a big interception in the red zone. I don't know. I've heard mixed things on like the blocked punt. So they end up tipping a punt and running into the kicker and getting a personal foul, which it shouldn't be a penalty, and everybody was pissed off about. But then somebody said, I saw it somewhere in the internet, somebody said that he hit the punter in the head. So it still would have been a personal foul.
Well, yeah, I don't think you can hit him in the head.
I don't know if that's accurate. I don't even remember if he hit him in the head or not. I just saw that on the internet, so I'm going to take it at face value. Either way, there were some weird things. We were doing a good job of keeping them out of the end zone in the first half, and they eventually got going, especially once our secondary got banged up, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, you get up to a 21-point lead, you can't allow somebody to crawl back like that, right? Like, especially as an offense, like all you got to do is just run the ball, maintain like time of possession, like don't give them an opportunity.
Easier said than done.
Yeah, the defense is kicking themselves too, but against the Cowboys with that kind of high-powered offense, you got to seal that deal on offense, in my opinion. And I know everybody, it's very fashionable right now to blame Kevin Patullo and the play calling. The passing game felt like it was pretty good in this one.
AJ had 8 catches for 110.
Dude, they came out and guys are moving across the ball. I don't pay attention to half the stuff, but the first touchdown, AJ catches it in a seam or a post or whatever the fuck that route's called, and it looked pretty damn good. So I thought that the passing game and some of that stuff felt like it was working, and guys were open when I watched the tape.
You didn't get into passing concepts over your 13-year career?
Here's what I don't know. So this is what, on the AJ route, he beats him inside and he kind of bends it towards the post. I don't know if he's running like a seam and the ball just kind of carries him in there, or if it was like a true like post.
All right, nice.
So that's where I'm like George Kittle. I did a play with Brock Purdy where he's attached on the line and he just outruns the linebacker to the front pylon, right?
Yeah.
It's not a corner. It looks like a fade, but like he's all the way attached. Like, is that a fade from an attached position? I don't know what the fuck you call that route. I know what I'm talking about, but I don't know what the name of it is. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like you just run straight to the pylon.
I thought I was following you. I don't know which play it was.
So 2x2, double right, double wing right.
Yep.
In your term.
Was he looking over his right shoulder or inside shoulder?
Inside shoulder. So he just is attached.
Oh, it's a fade.
Brock Purdy checks the play, right? Because he knows he's got the matchup with George and the linebacker one-on-one. And he...
Inside fade, yeah.
He just releases kind of up into him and then just fades to the pylon and it's right over the inside shoulder.
Dude, you know ball. You're a ball knower. You know ball. You just got to trust it.
I'm like, that looks like a fade, but I don't know what the fuck that's called.
You're knowing ball skills. You're going to trust your inner Swami and just,
perfect.
Just send it. Inside fade, baby.
But can you run a fade? You can run to me, I've always thought a fade was like an outside route. You can run a fade from anywhere?
Anywhere. Inside fade, yeah.
Good to know. All right, perfect. Anyways, back to this game. The passing game, I felt like guys were open and it looked good. The thing that is really hurting this offense right now is the run game, right? It has not been clicking for the majority of the year. It's multifaceted. The offensive line has been banged up. There's been guys in and out. Lane Johnson is now out of the lineup again for a second time, and hopefully we'll get him back for when it really starts meaning a lot.
Yeah.
Landon Dickerson got banged up earlier in the year. Cam Jurgens has been in and out of the lineup. It's been hard to build cohesion as a unit. A lot of this, I think, will get solved if they can stop it with the penalty. If they eliminate penalties, and we can all be more on the same page. And I think right now, it's really hard to do that when there are guys in and out of that lineup as frequently as they have been. I know that they are frustrated. I can imagine that. I know Landon Dickerson said post-game, and he kind of tried to clarify it a little bit, I think, on Tuesday. But after the game, he made a comment about Dallas playing more of a 5 down front than they were expecting.
Yeah, they were in the penny front for a while. So
but they had done it the previous 2 weeks. And listen, this happens. You come into a game, you're expecting a defense to play you a certain way, and that's kind of what you prepare most for. And then all of a sudden they might do something different. It ain't like they came out and ran like a 3-3 stack with like a monster rover safety. Like they played a fucking bear front. Like, what are we talking about? This ain't the most complicated fucking thing on the planet.
You're talking
You played
Chinese.
Vic Fangio. You know how to block a fucking 5 down front with 2 linebackers in the front. Like it ain't like this isn't the most complicated thing. We've all played against these kind of defenses.
Yes.
They played really good. Quinnen Williams was very good up front. Like he was the first week. He made multiple plays, especially early on. Osa had a couple in. They moved the front. The Eagles didn't handle it as well as I would have hoped. But that is probably the best interior defense in the NFL now. With the addition of Quinnen Williams, Kenny Clark, and Osa, I don't know that you can point. It's going to be hard.
Yeah.
And they know you want to run that stuff. So they tried to get to some of that, and I think they played it well. They jet the gap on one of them where Cam's trying to block back with a guard tackle pull, and he gets its penetration into the backfield.
When I finally retire down the road, me and Jason are just going to be in the back putting the pads on for old time's sake. Getting that fulfillment back one time. Just violent hands, baby. Violent hands.
Look, but think about this and Trav, I have a question for you too as well, is while nothing will ever take the place of putting on the pads and strapping up that chin strap, putting on the helmet, and there's 100,000 people. Nothing will ever take that place. But think about everything that you're doing now and how you've applied all of your mastery skills to become one of the greatest of all time, champions, etc., to what you're doing now, but also thinking about all the guys who maybe are on the cusp. Hey, I got about another year or 2 left in me, but look how he's doing it. Right. Look how Jason's doing it. I want to do it like that. So you're creating, I think, already a really cool blueprint for athletes who are like thinking about like, what's my next step? The way he does it, I want to do it like that.
It's funny you mentioned that because I've been following this big Bears footsteps my entire life, man. I went to Cincinnati. I followed him into the football world, then went to Cincinnati. Then we both got drafted by Andy Reid. I've just been following his footsteps everywhere I go, man.
Everywhere, man.
He's paved the way for me to make a living my whole life.
You passed me a long time ago, Trav.
Paving the way for so many. Trav, I got one question for you. And the question, I was thinking about this earlier, the question about pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You will go down as one of the greatest of all time. And everything you got going on. But by the way, congrats to your girl on the weekend. Once you become the greatest on the planet, and the pressure to go back there, because now there's if you don't win that and become the greatest and you don't become Super Bowl champions, then it's like us at Miami. If we didn't win the national championship, all right, that's our season's a failure, really. It doesn't matter what our record is. How do you handle that kind of pressure? Because you have the pressure of a pro athlete, which is fucking insane. But then the pressure of being in the spotlight, in another kind of spotlight that's so big. Is there a thing? Did you notice a shift? Did you feel a shift?
I definitely noticed a shift, but I'm not going to lie, man. I've been so blessed, so fortunate.
Mm-hmm.
My love for this game and my attention to detail and the scrutiny I have on myself has been more pressure than anybody could put on me. And I've just always loved to find that answer, find the reason why I'm not having success, find the reason why I lost on this rep. So the year in, year out, I feel like the only thing that I really got to like channel is just my energy for that day. You know, the attention to detail, the focus, the professionalism, that's always going to be there. But how am I coming into work? Am I coming into work enjoying what I'm doing? Is that infectious? Is that going to make the guy next to me want it just as bad as I do? Is it going to make the guy next to me, you know, go that extra mile when he sees me going the extra mile? You know, how can I make this team better from the inside out? And I think that's one of the biggest things that's how you kind of handle pressure of the outside world, is to just grind your fucking tail off inside. And I was saying, I've been blessed in terms of all the other pressure, the worldwide pressure and everything is I've been so blessed to have the love. I look at it as a blessing, but I look at the life that I have as a blessing because of the people that I have in it.
That's
having
right.
a support system as my family, having a support system like my brother and Taylor and all my friends that I've known since I was in fucking preschool, and we were rock bottom each other on the fucking recess.
Do you have any idea how many times we got called to the principal's office, rock bottoming people in the freaking wood chips? Jason Kelce, the principal's office. Jason Kelce, the principal's office.
But I feel like when you got that ecosystem, and I've been so fortunate to have that ecosystem my entire life. You know, my family's been there for me every step of the way. My friends have been there for me every step of the way. And that pressure, that outside pressure, doesn't feel as, you know, tough.
It doesn't feel
when you
as
have all that at the
daunting
house.
when you have
exactly. It's not as scary. I don't have to think about how the world's viewing me, because the people around me and the loved ones around me know exactly what's real. And you always got to separate that reality from the tabloids and the worldwide media has to talk about it and is going to find something to say about it more than what's real and how you're living your life.
Man,
for sure.
So the noise, it's the home anchor that allows you to block out all the noise.
Yeah.
Man,
and the fact that I get to do something that I love, you know, that'll always kind of, I think I'll have to find that fulfillment that you guys were just talking about. I actually want to ask you that same question.
Yeah, I was about to say,
DJ.
throw it right back at him. I mean,
you're stepping away from the WWE full time. Like that was such a huge part of like your life.
It was at the height of like wrestling, like in worldwide. I felt like the Attitude Era was just peaking, and you step away and go into acting. What was that like? Did you find fulfillment right there in the same way?
When the world thinks of stars, it imagines glimmering ease, a life of champagne toasts and velvet ropes, but the truth is far darker, far more jagged. On a recent, truly unforgettable New Heights podcast, the world's most unexpected couple, NFL Titan Travis Kelce and pop icon Taylor Swift, revealed just how human, how breakable even the brightest among us can be. It wasn't staged. It wasn't a marketing ploy. The moment was so raw, so startling, that it sent shockwaves through both the football and pop culture communities. The air in the podcast studio had been light, peppered with brotherly banter and inside jokes, until an offhand question from Jason Kelce shifted the energy. Travis's posture changed, his shoulders tensing as if bracing for a hit he couldn't dodge. Then, as if the very weight of the secret had become too much to hold, he spoke, not as the two-time Super Bowl champion, but as a man in love, desperate to protect the woman at his side. The details trickled out, almost against Travis's will. He described a night most would assume was filled with celebration, Taylor, victorious, reclaiming her master recordings after a bruising battle with the music industry. But instead of joy, what followed was a collapse, a tidal wave of anxiety and grief that sent her crumpling to the floor, tears racking her body. Travis, helpless, could only hold her. He admitted that he wept, too. The sight of someone so powerful brought so low shaking him to his core. Jason, usually the unflappable big brother, sat speechless, the gravity of the confession settling like a fog in the room. For a brief moment, the Kelce brothers, known for their swagger and bombast, were just two sons, two partners, two men suddenly aware of how easily life's victories can be overshadowed by invisible wounds. But what exactly was this fear that haunted Taylor, even in her moments of triumph? Travis's words painted a picture of a woman haunted not just by the loss of music, but by the loss of trust. Rumors have long swirled about the betrayal that upended her world years ago, a trusted confidant turning their back, contracts inked with invisible ink, the slow, suffocating realization that everything she built could be taken away in a single phone call. It's a fear that burrowed deep, transforming every accomplishment into a reminder of how little control she truly had. In Travis, Taylor found both a confidant and a protector, but even he seemed overwhelmed by the depth of her dread. As the podcast unfolded, it became clear that this wasn't just about celebrity gossip. It was about the universal terror of loss, the knowledge that no amount of fame or money can truly insulate you from heartbreak. The honesty in Travis's voice as he promised to fight alongside her struck a chord with listeners around the globe. Social media erupted, fans dissecting every pause, every trembling word, searching for clues, hungry for reassurance that their idols were in the end okay. But the truth was more complicated. The fear Taylor faces is not the kind that can be vanquished by a touchdown or a sold-out stadium. It's the kind that lingers in the quiet moments, that sneaks up in the dead of night, whispering that everything you've built could vanish in an instant. For Travis, the revelation seemed to mark a turning point. Gone was the bravado, the easy laughter. In its place was a fierce, almost desperate determination to shield Taylor from a world that had already taken so much from her. But even as he made that vow, listeners couldn't help but wonder, could love alone be enough to dispel such a powerful, deep-rooted fear? Or would the very thing that brought them together, their shared vulnerability, ultimately threaten to tear them apart? As the podcast episode drew to a close, the brothers sat in reflective silence, the weight of what had been shared hanging in the air. Jason finally found his voice, offering a simple, heartfelt acknowledgement. I had no idea it cut that deep. It was a sentiment echoed by fans everywhere. For all the glitz and headlines, the private battles of those in the spotlight often remain hidden, their struggles far more universal than anyone would guess. The full untold story, listeners were promised, would be revealed in time. But for now, the image of Travis Kelce, NFL star, big brother, and fiercely loyal partner, breaking down as he recounted Taylor Swift's most paralyzing fear, lingered in the collective memory. It was a reminder that beneath the armor, beneath the carefully constructed personas, we are all, in the end, vulnerable. And in that vulnerability lies our greatest strength and our deepest terror. The world waits, breathless, to see whether love can conquer the shadows, whether this fairy tale will endure, or whether the ghosts of the past will prove too powerful to banish. Stay tuned. This is only the beginning.